Hey you guys, Erin here again. I was trying to think all day long today and working, um, what kind of video could I make for you guys? Because I know you guys are going to get a lot of different videos and a lot of different perspectives. Um, and so I just wanted to kind of give you guys just a little bit of some tips from my experience. Um, and in talking with my diamond coach today, we were really trying to um, think about ways we can help our teams in engaging them and just help make them feel better about the inviting process, for example. Um, and I know that as a newer coach, I didn't really understand the different levels of inviting. To me, inviting was strictly inviting to a challenge group, and I didn't really understand the different levels of, like just inviting people into your world. So, you guys can think about inviting in several different ways. Um, but the best way you can really think about it is you want to invite people to see what you're doing. So, for example, when you're adding new contacts, it's really important to, be able to send just a quick little hello, thanks for the ad. I hope to get to know you better. Really simple. Um, if you meet somebody in person and you start hitting it off and just talking about anything non-Beachbody related, and you say, hey, are you on Facebook? And they say, yeah, you're like, let's connect. Um, that right there is an invite for them to see what you're all about and what you're doing. So there's that level of inviting to kind of have people see what you're doing. And then that's a great starting point to talk about, just various things with them and be more interested than interesting. Like you want to be interested in them and what they are doing and what they have to truly say, then make yourself be super interesting in what you're doing. Because, as we all know, we're all very, we are all very kind of self-centered, it's just kind of human nature. So we have our own lives and we have things going around, and we really love it when people are really in tune with what's going on with us, right? Um, and that's another thing was you don't always want to be offended if someone doesn't get back to you right away, because most of the time they just have a lot of stuff going on. And it's not that they didn't mean to get back to you, it's just, they forgot, or they were too busy at the time when they read your message to actually respond, and then it just kind of gets lost. And that's why it's so key for us to like follow up and say, hey, how are you doing? I'm just checking on you. Very simple. But tomorrow in my team call, I'm going to just kind of go over the different levels of inviting. Inviting, informally, kind of like when you're adding contacts um, to your list, which means you're kind of making friends and you're talking to them, showing them what you're doing in your world. And then also inviting formally to challenge groups. So once you've kind of had some conversations with them and you see something that maybe on their wall or their timeline that you think they might be interested in doing a challenge group with you, or a clean eating group with you, then you can send an invite to them via private message or a text message or however you know them to get in contact with them. But there's that kind of invite, and you can try inviting, if it's really scary to kind of straight out invite them, be, kind of the back door around it, saying like, hey, I'm doing a new 30-day challenge. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to do a lot of new stuff. And so I was just wondering if you knew anybody who would be interested. please let me know. And sometimes, they themselves will say, well, I'm interested. What is this all about? Um, or they might say, yeah, you know what? I have a friend who totally would love this. Um, Let me connect you, or can I have more information too? So there's that kind of inviting. And then also just to remember to invite with confidence. I think, this was something I struggled with as a new coach. Um, and I struggled with for a long time, was just being really confident in how I invited. It's okay if you're just like starting out as a coach, or you're an emerald, or, whatever, or even a diamond, just because we're diamond doesn't mean that life isn't easier for us with inviting and things like that. So just, when you go into that conversation, never go into it with, that fear of, okay, I need to get a challenge pack, I need to hit Success Club, I need to figure out how to make this sale. Always, always, always go into your conversations with confidence that, you are already a top coach, you already make enough money, you're truly just kind of out there to help someone. And when you have that mentality too, that you're just going to help someone, and you just really truly want to know, like, hey, what are you doing? I'd love to help you out. Tell me a little bit more. Keep asking them questions. It does take a little bit longer, and it might feel sometimes that your conversations can last, a week, sometimes 2 weeks. But the more you are patient, and the more you are truly listening to what they need and kind of thinking about how you're going to respond back to them to, give them what they want based on like their why and what they need and what they've told you, then your success rate is going to be a lot higher. I used to rush in a lot to my invitations, and I used to be, follow a script, but be so strict with that script that I didn't want to get off. And so it was like, once they said, once the conversation went them, me, them, and then back to me, I was like, oh, I need to send them this, I need to hurry up and finish this process. And sometimes I would send the link too early, and sometimes I would try to close too early. And that's kind of where things kind of fall apart. So just remember that you do want to lead with confidence, but you also don't want to lead with like the intention of you need them to get something. Lead with the intention of you're totally going to help them if they need help, but you are not going to push it on them. So and lead with confidence too. So like, if you do know that they are interested, but they're kind of taking a lot of time, give them some timeline boundaries so that they know that you're a busy person too, and that you're trying to help them out, but that you're not at their beck and call all the time. So for example, if they say, yes, I am super interested, and you say, I think I have a program that would be perfect for you, can I send it to you? And if they say yes, say, okay, if I send it to you this morning, will you have time to watch it? And then we can check back in tonight, because I have time tonight for you to do that. But make sure that they are just kind of aware that you have a life too. And that'll help you, because you're not constantly checking your phone to see if they are getting back to you. And two, it kind of gives them that sense that you're totally down to help them, and you are, trying to fit them into your schedule. So it, makes them feel good that you're trying to fit them in and they're really important, but that they need to make sure that they respect that time frame too. And that works really, really well to be able to give them that. So, know that there's different levels of inviting. There's, kind of informal invitations to see your world and what you're doing. There's the more formal invites to, a challenge group, a specific challenge group. And, then there's also the invites that you kind of put out on your page, like if you have a fan page or a business page that you can kind of put out to the world. And then after that, you start the conversation with people with not the intention that you have to sell, but that you are truly going to figure out, like, what is it they need, Maybe at that time, they just need to, maybe they don't need a challenge pack exactly right then, but that's your job to figure that out. Maybe they don't need the program that's on sale. And so we need to remember that not everybody is going to love what's on sale. And so we have to make sure we find them the right program, whether it's on sale or not. And then, always lead with confidence, because when you lead with confidence and you really give that aura of like you are there to help, but you're not pressuring them, and you're more of a friend, you're gonna find that your turnover rate is gonna be a lot higher for people who will say, yeah, I'm ready to do this. You've been so great with me. Let's do it. So those are just kind of some of my tips for today. And hopefully you got something out of it. And let me know if there's anything that you would like to know, maybe that I've experienced just in this business. And I'll try to cover that for you guys. Even if you want me to share mistakes, I totally don't care, because, trust me, I've had them. But, all right, you guys, I hope you had a great day. Happy Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so make sure you guys check your back office. And, all right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.